Hey everyone, welcome to mid-November. Yeah, we're just about there. Welcome to this space. We are going to talk about mid-November, not just mid-November, but the entire rest of like month of November, from mid-November to the end, okay? Because we are dealing with a Mercury's retrograde. Yes, it will be over, I believe, on the 29th. Double check that yourself. Don't quote me on that because, I want to make sure that you guys are getting accurate information astrologically if you're interested in that. But I believe it's the 29th, around there. So let's go ahead and jump in, you guys. This is for Aries, okay? So this is for Aries, sun, moon, and rising signs. Please check your moon and or rising placements for deeper resonance. Just know that when you check for your sun sign, that is the energy that you want to move towards, is your sun sign, okay? So your rising sign is who you are. That's how people view you. That's how they see you. That's how you present yourself into the world, okay? Your moon sign is all about the subconscious. It's all about the things that you feel, the things that you don't even know that you're feeling, but you are, emotional triggers, things like that. So just want you guys to understand those things, okay, Aries? Please check your sun, moon, and rising placements for these messages. I am reading for both sidereal and Western astrological placements, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into it, Aries. And we're going to talk about past, present, and future. Past, present, and future for mid to the end of November. Okay, so whatever is going on with you now, we're going to talk about that. Whatever may have occurred in the cosmos in the recent past, a month ago, a couple months ago, maybe a few months ago. We're going to talk about that. The universe is just a well-oiled machine. It does what it needs to do. It does what it's supposed to do. But it's our spirit guides, our ancestors, the deities, our creators, whoever you believe in. They are the ones that are actively working to help us succeed and to thrive and to grow. Okay, the universe is not necessarily here to help us thrive and succeed and to grow. It's just a well-oiled machine, okay? So just bear that in mind. So, ancestors of light, messengers of light. What's going on with Aries for their past? What's been going on in their past? Okay, you got the Chariot. It's Cancer energy. So the energy of Cancer could be helping you, was helping you out in the recent past, okay? In the past couple of months, or maybe even the past 6 months, what have you. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in your present moments. What's going on with you now? For those of you who are watching this now, we're going to talk about how you're feeling, what you're thinking about, and what has been presented to you during this Mercury's retrograde and, whatever else is going on in the cosmos right now. For Aries, sun, moon, and rising signs, ancestors of light, messengers of light, for their present moment. What messages do you have for them for their present moments? See, it's interesting. Whenever my ancestors take their time finding cards, that's how I know that is a message for you to kind of chill, balance. Oh, wow, funny. I just said balance, and the card balance showed itself before I even saw the word. So you have Temperance, you have the Tower, and then you have the Hermit. So yeah, like I was saying, whenever my ancestors take their time, for me personally, I can't speak for other tarot readers or out there, other divination practitioners. That shows me that they are asking me to tell you to calm down, to take your time. Now, currently you are dealing with a Tower moment. You are dealing with some unexpected life circumstances or experiences, Aries. This could be with your health. This could be something that needed to be booted out in order for you to have balance in your life. This could have been some truth that was revealed for you to see something clearly, okay? Whatever has been weighing heavy on you in this current time, your ancestors, like the universe has already been doing its work to organize things and to move things where they belong, right? But your ancestors or your creator, or whoever it is that you believe in as a higher power, right? Or even a passed on loved one, they want you to understand that whatever has been taken away from you was for your highest good. Whatever you needed to walk away from was from your highest good. Now, for others of you, you walked away from something and it came back into your life again for whatever reason. And when it came back into your life, now that it's here, we're going to clarify these in a moment, but this is kind of like the right timing. Okay. There is the need to learn moderation. There is the need to pull your energy back. Don't just jump back into the situation. Don't just jump back into the way things were. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on in your future. Sorry, you guys, I'm getting messages on my iPad. What's going on with Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs in their future? What are some decisions that they're making that is affecting their future? So there is something, okay, you have the Strength card, so that's Leo. Some of you guys have Leo in your chart. You're dealing with the Leo. I don't really see this. I don't see these as people. So far, I don't see people coming out of your reading just yet. If there are people involved, which I'm sure there are for some of you, or if not all of you, in your future, you're going to be the wiser for taking this time now to balance yourself, to come back to self. Because whenever I see the Temperance card, a lot of people say it's always reconciliation, but it's also, again, everything in moderation, balance. If you're doing something and it's in excess, or something that you just shouldn't be doing in general, especially if it's in a committed relationship or with a job, you need to, depending on your relationship or your job, you need to do less of it or stop doing it altogether. Okay. And in the future, when you do that, in the future, you are cultivating the right amount, the right ground. You're cultivating an environment to be confident and strong enough to cut it off and to be clear about what you need to do and what you shouldn't be doing. Okay. Because we have the Seven of Swords here. So there is something that some of you guys, Aries, there's someone who's been hiding some truth from you, and you may have found out about it, okay? Or you just kind of have an inkling like, okay, this person's not being 100% honest. Maybe they're not being 100% honest about how they feel, about what they're thinking about, what have you. It's like you're not getting a lot of information. And so there are those of you, you're going to be able to move forward in strength and dignity and confidence and be like, you know what, I'm done with that. I'm done with whatever that is, whatever this is for you. Okay, sorry guys, let me turn down my iPad because I know that can be very annoying. And again, some of you guys may be getting interrupted. You may have this thing that you need to kind of cut off has kind of become a distraction for you. Okay, and that's the part that you need to fix. So whoever's trying to distract you, whatever's trying to distract you, that's where you need to be like, let me pull my energy away, because I did see the Hermit come out for you. Okay. We need to make sure that we are seeing things for what they are, because the Tower is also like exposing lies or exposing feelings, things coming out that we didn't expect to come out. Tower moments don't necessarily have to be dramatic, but they can feel kind of like, oh, that's not what I was expecting. Now, this could also be a reconciliation. This could be, you reaching out to someone, because it is a Mercury retrograde. It could also be like somebody reaching out to you. Okay. Now, during a Mercury retrograde, is it Mercury that's forcing us to reach out to people and forcing reconciliations? No. It just kind of sets up the right energies for it to happen, right? We start to feel like, oh, this is a nice time for me to reach out to, I don't know, my mom or my dad or somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, an old friend. And that's probably why a lot of people, nowadays, they tend to feel like, oh, this is a good time to reach out to my ex. And it's like, not necessarily. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards, because there is something that you were dedicated to in the past with the Chariot. There was something that you really needed to discipline yourself with, and you needed to grow a backbone in the past, okay? Especially with, you know, how people view you. And that same circumstance now currently is needing some attention. So let's go ahead and see here, you guys. Let's see what the Chariot is talking about for your recent past. For Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, ancestors. For Aries, and the Chariot. Why is the Chariot here for their past? Why is the Chariot here? So this is definitely like all about patience here, Aries. There was something that you were moving towards in the past. Yeah. There was something you were dedicated to with the Knight of Pentacles. It's like you were working really hard. You know, you were working so hard to be reliable. And this could be at a job. You know, you could have been doing your due diligence, doing the most for some of you. Just really leading the pack or leading the way, or really getting your hands dirty, or, you know, breaking a sweat, you know, putting your best foot forward here. And you have the Princess of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, definitely. Some of you guys could have started a class, started a workshop, you know, maybe you paid for a workshop. Maybe you went back to school to get a degree. Others of you, you're learning. There's something about this circumstance that was brand new, something that you learned about yourself, something that you learned about your health, something that you learned about, you know, maybe a new certification that you can get, a new license that you can get to get a certain job. Okay, so in the past, I see that when it comes to your money and when it comes to your health, there's something that you may have learned about yourself. And so you decided, you know what, let me dedicate my time and energy to making sure that I fix this, or making sure that I am committing to this financial or health related situation. Now, this can also be a sexual situation. Okay, so I do see like the Pentacles as being sexual oriented, is very physical, very tangible. So if this is something where you are in a sexual relationship and you are trying your hardest to be available to your partner, I'm just kind of getting the sense that I don't know. I just get the sense that you are just more determined. I don't know if the other person involved, if this is sexual. I don't think the other person involved necessarily is not reconciling, but it's like you're overcompensating for some of you. So be careful with that. Okay. So whether it's sexual, financial, or health related, do not overcompensate. Do not overwork yourself. Okay. Stay dedicated for sure. We're going to go ahead and see what's going on in your present moment with the life experience card, which is the Tower, and balance, which is Temperance. Ancestors, for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for their present moment. Oops. Yeah. So you have death and you have, beginnings. You have the Fool. So you have death and the Fool. Bottom of the deck, you have Justice. So some of you guys, this is a court case. A court case that happened a while ago. Could have been a custody battle, could have been a divorce, could have been, you know, I don't know, but it looks like right now in your current moment, in your current state right now, there is some type of change that you're kind of trying to grapple with right now. It was very unexpected. It could be good change, because I see the Fool here, so I do sense that you're kind of pondering, like, where do I go from here now? Like, what do I do? You know, and it doesn't necessarily mean that there is some life experience that just happened to you. This can also be something that has happened inside of you, where you're like, I've been doing all of this work, and for what? Right? Some of you guys could be feeling that way, and that is what has kind of changed the tone. Okay, changed how you move. It's changed how you navigate this situation, whether it's a relationship or a job situation, which a job is definitely a relationship, just a different type. So there is definitely something here that has been out of balance for a long time. Again, it could be sexual, financial, or with your health. And it could also be with your living situation. Again, it's still financial. It's with your family. um, for some of you. But there's definitely something here with the Justice card, and you have the King of Swords at the bottom of that. It's like you're kind of contemplating, you're just kind of observing, and you're thinking. And if this is advice, that is the advice, okay? I don't want to just project like how you're feeling and things like that. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not like a prophet or anything. But some of you guys could be feeling that way right now, or this is advice for you to observe and to really understand, okay, all of this work that I've been doing, is it bringing me satisfaction? Is it creating change, good change in my life, right? Why am I working so hard? What am I expecting, right? Kind of sitting with yourself. And I just get the sense that as you ask yourself those questions, there is going to be a moment where you're going to shed that skin and be like, okay, I need to change my mindset when I do this work, or I need to stop doing this. I just need to stop doing it, wipe the slate clean, because death is all about wiping the slate clean. It doesn't matter how hard you've worked for something. It's like, it's time for a new beginning. It's with the Fool. It's like, it's time for me to find a different path now. Okay. So again, with the Temperance card here, this can definitely be, Aries, where you reconcile with someone. Like, things may not have been the best between you and another person, but now it's like when you pull your energy away and you observe not only other people, but yourself, this can definitely be a good opportunity for you in order for you to reconcile and to make this a brand new situation and to start over and, turn a new leaf. It's really going to take you pulling your energy back. Stop working so hard, because when we're working so hard and we're just lost in it, we kind of forget the why. We forget why we're doing it. Especially if this is a sexual relationship you have with someone. Like if it's not happening and the fireworks are not firing and, there's no spark anymore. Or maybe it is, maybe sexually you and this person, like you guys hit it off, like you guys are, very passionate in that way. But there's something deeper here. There's something deeper. So this could be an ex-best friend, that you're reconciling with, not in a sexual way. I'm talking about platonically. This can be a family member that you have not talked to in a while. This can be an ex. This can be your current situation. Maybe you're married with children or something, and intimately it's just not there. But that's because the why behind the relationship has been lost, or it has changed. So now, Aries, you kind of have to decide, okay, why am I with this person? Why did I choose this person? Right? Why did I choose this job? What was the motivation behind, maybe you have a job and you're just like, the only reason that I got this job is because they were going to pay me enough, right? But maybe you come to the conclusion like, you know what? I don't really like this job really that much. I don't care how much they pay me. I'm not happy. So again, there's a lot of different scenarios. Okay. So let's go ahead and clarify the Strength card. Okay, there you are. There you are. The Emperor. And then we have the King of Wands, Leadership, at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Moving forward, you are going to be the wiser. You're going to be more mature. This is a time of growth for you. So please, Aries, embrace this moment. Okay, embrace this, because this is where you're at. Death and the Fool, beginnings. Like, embrace this, because your future is going to depend on this, on how you react to this. So if this is happening, or if it hasn't happened yet, it will. This death energy, this Tower energy, this change inside of you, or even changes outside of you that really just jolts you awake to see the truth, right, of something. There are some truths that are not being faced. There are some truths that are not being spoken, either on your end or another person's end, or both. Okay. Please, the way you embrace this death and Tower energy, the way you embrace this change, will be determined by balance, you pulling your energy away, moderation, watching what you do and how you respond to things, observing. This is not the time to give an immediate response. This is not the time to pull the trigger. Reserve your energy for now, okay? And just embrace the changes that you see. Don't try to make it more or less than what it is. See it for what it is, okay? If you're trying to lead the pack, or you're trying to get promoted, or if you're trying to show that what you're made of, and you're trying to show somebody that you're reliable, and they're just not really getting it, or they're not really embracing that, then that means you need to stop what you're doing, because that is a you know, that is a very futile journey. If you're doing something to prove that you're reliable, and you've been doing it for so long, and this person or these people, whether it's at work or at home, or somebody that you're dating, is not turning an eye towards you, not even, you know, even showing that they care or that they appreciate you, then you need to stop what you're doing. Now, if this is a situation, Aries, where you've done someone wrong and you're really trying so hard to reconcile with this person, that's not going to change the situation. This person is hurt, okay? So if you're trying to get back into somebody's good graces, doing more work is not going to work. Pulling your energy back and observing and making sure that the things that you've done to cause this damage in the first place doesn't happen again, that's what's going to help. If you're not doing that, then it's just not going to work. So doing more work, you've done that. That's not what's helping the situation, okay? Anyway. But others of you, if you haven't done anybody wrong or anything like that, and you're the one that's hurt, or you're the one that's waiting, and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting for this person to get it together, for somebody to give you your roses, or to give you the recognition that you deserve, or to give you the love and the care that you deserve. If you've been the one that's been waiting, and you're just doing all of this work, stop doing that work, okay? So let's go ahead and pull 2 oracle messages, or from 2 oracle decks. We're going to pull some advice for you guys overall, Aries, for mid to the end of November of this year, okay? You are good enough. Yeah, so this boils down to a full moon in Virgo. Sorry, full moon in Virgo. So that is going to be sometime next year in Pisces season. So you are good enough. Yeah, it boils down to self-esteem. It boils down to self-love, you guys. That's what it boils down to. The work that you've been doing has a lot to do with how you view yourself. So if you don't see yourself as worthy, that is worthy of someone's love, or worthy of, you know, and you're working for someone who's not even turning an eye, not even giving you any recognition, stop doing the work. Move on to someone who's actually going to appreciate you. Right? I don't care if it's friends, family, whatever. Whoever you're working so hard for, stop. Just stop doing it. All right, let's go ahead and pull one more oracle message for you guys, Aries. For Aries ancestors, Aries, sun, moon, and rising signs for November, mid-November to the end of November of this year. More advice for them. Okay, that almost wanted to fly out, but it didn't. I want to make sure the cards, I want my ancestors to make sure the cards fly out, so I know exactly that that's the message that they want for you, okay? For Aries ancestors, sun, moon, and rising signs for, okay, yep, rest. Rest. You've been working hard Take a nap and get some rest. Bottom of the deck, it says set your sights higher. And then it says contemplation time. Okay? It's not the time to pull the trigger. This is a time to pull your energy back, Aries, and slow down. You know, this entire situation and you will benefit from it. Okay? So if you have any chance, I'm not saying that you will reconcile with somebody and all this if you do this. What I'm saying is, if you want to have a chance at reconciling with someone, if you want to create the chance and the opportunity, rest, pull your energy back, stop doing all of this work. It's futile. It's not working anymore. It's time to start looking at doing a different type of work. And maybe this is also time for you to exit this situation. Okay? It might be your time to let it go. Move into a different direction. Okay? Much love and light to all of you guys. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.